if you want to be fit and healthy and have a strong mind and body, there's so many things that you can do for free on a daily basis that help support your body's natural biochemistry. This is a representation of two of your body's cells, of your 30 trillion cells in your body. They are all touching each other with a little bit of liquid in between. This is the lymph fluid. And as the cells metabolize their internal components, they produce waste products. These waste products go into the liquid between the cells and is then excreted by the lymph system. But this system is a passive system. It doesn't, like your heart is an active pump that pumps your blood around, but there's no active pump for your lymph system. And if you live a sedentary lifestyle, you're not compressing the muscles, which in turn compresses the lymph system. And your fluid can build up in the body. And if you're not getting rid of these waste products, they can also accumulate and lead to further problems down the line, which could end up being a chronic illness. So every day, I make sure that I activate my lymph system by bouncing. Why bouncing? Well, imagine your cell is a ball of liquid, is a bubble basically, and you have gravity, which is constantly pulling this bubble down, just trying to squash this bubble onto the floor. Okay, so if you've got a bubble, and they're next to each other like your cells, and then you bounce, the movement of your body against gravity changes the acceleration of the liquid inside the cells. And this causes the liquid to move around actively, and now you're going to create more collisions between the cell cytoplasm and the wall, and those toxins that are inside the cell have more opportunity to get out into the lymph fluid. Okay, so you're bouncing, and while bouncing, you're also activating your calf muscles and all the muscles needed to stabilize your core. And this muscle contraction is also squeezing all the lymph vessels throughout your body, pushing this lymph fluid up to the lymph nodes, and then they eventually get excreted into your intestines and come out of your body. But we don't run anymore. Most people don't run. Running is a bouncing forwards motion. You're bouncing forwards. But some people can't run. Some people have mobility issues, constant pain in their knees and ankles and things like that will stop them from being able to do our natural process of running. So to compensate for that, I bounce. You can do this at home for free. Just stand barefoot on the ground and just raise up onto your toes and go down again. And then do that in a bouncing fashion. Yeah. If you just go up and stay there, it doesn't work. You want to bounce gently. If you have balance issues, maybe you want to hold on to something, but just gently bounce your whole body. Make sure your arms and legs and boobies, your head is bouncing. And this shakes your cells inside your body and gives the lymph fluid a chance to hit the cell, remove the waste products, and then it moves it around the body. Your lymph system has basically little valves in it, and the bouncing action enables the fluid inside the pipe to go up a little bit, and it goes through the valve and then gets stuck going back the other way. So every time you bounce, you're moving this lymph fluid a little bit further in the pipes until they reach the lymph nodes. And this will help your body to detoxify from all of the natural components that you produce as waste products from metabolism, dead cells, or any other metabolic processes, but also any toxins that you're eating that are absorbed into your blood that shouldn't be there. These are all going to build up in different parts of your body, and your cells are constantly trying to get rid of the things they don't want and get the things they do want. So you're helping your body by this simple, completely free activity that anyone can do, with, assuming that you are not paralyzed and you can actually move. If you're paralyzed, then I would probably suggest that you have some kind of a vibration plate, and maybe you can wheel your wheelchair onto a vibration plate. But if you want other tips, if you're mobily impaired in some form, maybe you have arthritis or some kind of hypermobility where moving is difficult, find a way where you can bounce safely. Not hard, you don't have to jump, it's not jumping motion, it's a gentle bouncing motion. I like this trampoline. These are very cheap, you can buy these on the internet for very little money, and then you just gently bounce 5-10 minutes in the morning and just activate your lymph system, and that's it, you're done. Just do this every day, and if you're running, then you don't need to do this. But if you live a more sedentary lifestyle, then I recommend doing this every day. It's zero impact. You're not crashing your bones together like you are when you're jumping or running. So have a go every day for the next few months and see if your general health improves or not. There's one way to find out if this works for you is to actually do it. There's no reason why it wouldn't work, because you're made of cells. Your cells have waste products. You need to get those out of your body. So the best way to do that is to activate the system that cleans your body, which is from bouncing. So simple, completely free, unless you have to buy a trampoline, but bounce on the ground, it's free. It's low cost. It's very easy for most people to do, unless you're elderly without good control of your legs. But if you're young and healthy and you want to stay that way, bounce every day.